Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Starfield, and this is, I think we're going on to episode 12 now, so um, we'll see what this gets. If we're getting farther into the game now, so I'm assuming, hoping that we're going to get more action. So we're here at the Constellation. I just cleaned out the inventory a bit, because we ended up with a whole bunch of junk from our previous mission. I figured while we're here, we'll talk to them. We'll turn in the newest piece. Probably get rid of Sarah because she's annoying as hell. And then we'll go to Mast and we'll turn in the mission. What? The Vanguard. What? Yeah, Vanguard mission.
I hope you are satisfied
we'll do the meeting
with
at
the
Mast.
orders available to you.
So let's see. Do I need to talk to her?
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? Anything I can learn from is a help.
I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, by all means, hit the like button, let me know. Subscribe so you can see more. It's gonna help out the channel so I can try to keep doing this more and more for you guys. I mean, yeah, I do have a full-time job, but I would like to do more videos for you guys, so let me know how you guys are really enjoying it.
There's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there?
Okay.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. Take care of yourself.
Alright, let's go ahead and activate the mission so I know who I need to speak to. Alright, I just need to put it on the table. Okay.
It fits. Energy spiked a bit, but it's restabilized. No, it's the same as before. There's a massive output as the artifact is added, then it harmonizes. Like it's waiting for the others.
That's speculation, but I think you're right. We need more.
Let's see. It was pretty cool the way they do this here. Whoa.
You've earned this. Welcome to Constellation. As a full member this time.
Refined Constellation Spatial. Okay, nice. Let's see. Now, apparently, it looks like we have. We can use her. I might put her on the ship and leave her on the ship. I'm fine with that. I mean, lasers, leadership, botany. I expected champagne. Yeah, what does that
Honestly,
mean exactly?
this just makes it more official. Call it right person, right place, right time. But once the artifacts started coming together, you were one of us.
Okay.
We're going to do great things together. All of
As long
us.
as you keep paying me.
By the way, how would you like to keep traveling together? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this. These artifacts are a new chapter for Constellation, and I'm going to be out there for it. And I want you out there as well. You got results. I need someone like you watching my back. Oh, we'll be working with everyone here at the lodge sooner or later. Constellation is all in on this. Sometimes we'll partner up, sometimes we'll go solo. It's not a formal arrangement. We just came back with good news. We've got momentum. Why not keep going?
Let's see. How can I assign her to?
All right. We've got a few more leads we should talk about.
Okay.
First, there's an expedition that Samco has been putting together. It's in Freestar Collective Space, and he knows it inside and out. There's also the Eye, our star station in orbit. About time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. And last but not least, Noel, Have we heard anything from Barrett yet?
A courier from Argos Extractors came by to let us know they're packing up the operation on Vectera. But that's it, no other word.
That's not good. We should get over there and check on Barrett in person.
Felt like during the last episode I wanted to do that, so I am fine with that. Let's see who and what all this is.
We maintain a star station in orbit above us. It's where we do all our deep space scanning. Vladimir runs the station. Brilliant astronomer. Years of practical experience.
Now, I've actually seen that. I've gone to it, but they wouldn't let me.
His mind is
either
always
couldn't dock or couldn't
somewhere.
get bored. I don't
There's
remember.
no arguing his knack for being in the right place at the wrong time. Oh, too bad he couldn't see the artifacts coming together. But knowing him, he'll be so excited when he gets a look, it won't occur to him that he's missed anything. Oh, that's right. He wasn't here when you first showed up. He should be back by now. I'll let him handle the introductions. If I steal his thunder, I'll never hear the end of it. It's all important, but if you want a direction, I'd grab Barrett first.
That's kind
He's
of what I
not
was
just
thinking.
an old friend. He's been all over the settled systems. You okay? No, it's fine. Go ahead. I'll be here.
So, how did
You can
they?
thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
Barrett, my boy. Alright.
So long.
Let me see. Can I assign her? Where the hell did she go? She's way over there. See, if that's another thing. They get messed up in this game. They'll talk to you from like far away, from through walls and whatnot. It's like, what the hell are they doing? Come on, make them actually come to you or something. I mean, heck. Okay. What am I doing? We want to. What do we want to do? Oh yeah. I want to see about finding her. How do I do that? Let's see. Star map, ship. Oh. Crew. Why? Aha. Can I see what everything does? Fine. How do I know what everything does? Astrodynamics, lasers, leadership. I guess we could go. Astrodynamics. Lasers. Assume the same things over here for us to look at. Lasers. Come on, where is it? Lasers. This particle beam. Targeting. And I know. Actually, I think Astrodynamics is in here. Left. Yeah, lasers right here. Okay, lasers. So I assume by assigning her to my ship with that trait that she'll the lasers on my ship will do more damage. I'm assuming. It kind of makes sense, right? Astrodynamics. Oh man, she'll greatly increase the jump range of the ship. She had what? Leadership and botany, right? Botany would be under something different. Chemistry. Botany. There it is. Maybe? Yeah. Now I think this will be only good for if I put her on an outpost, right? Yeah, more organic resources from plants. So if she's on an outpost, I think is when that will kick in. And she had leadership, right? Now leadership's a weird one because I think that affects me. That's how many people I can basically command, right? So I'm confused how. This should be under social leadership. Oh, they gain affinity. What the hell is affinity? Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's interesting. Yeah, leadership. Okay. We will put her on the ship. And I am thinking about taking.
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment. A planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Now we
The
already have
scan
an
booster
outpost
is the
on
most
one of the
obvious,
planets.
as
The
it will
aluminum.
enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built. The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
I didn't think it did that, but okay.
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Dang.
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Oh.
Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked.
Yeah.
It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation.
That's hilarious.
Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Alright. Okay, so we should have 3 people now. Oh, I see. Okay, it lights up what they will contribute. Okay, that's interesting. So, well, she only has one thing. She's almost useless, but hey. So her EM weapons, Sarah Morgan, only her astrodynamics trait is good on the ship. Interesting. And then Vasco, he's meant basically to be on the ship, so he's gonna augment all 3 things. That's cool. Alright, it's good to know. It's good to know. So we're done here, I think. Okay. Now, let's go to Mast and see what's up over there. My neck is broken again. I don't know why it does this. It's annoying. Just... There we go.
Captain! Over here!
Hey, what's up?
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
Go for it,
So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there.
Okay, now.
My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone
Oh, snap.
of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
That's kind of sick.
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war.
I remember them talking about that.
The man caused a lot of death on both sides.
Kind of messed up, though.
Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Well, it's definitely good to know that. We already know this.
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne.
Okay, I didn't know that.
A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the colony war to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already.
You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast.
Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being Fleet Admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy, perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too.
But Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life.
It's hard to know exactly what might sway them. I'd just be honest about what you saw. A colony wiped out, and a lot of lives lost. Something we don't want anyone else to have to experience. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous. Which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
She's got a point there.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet
Yes, that's us. Let's go.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Thank you. I'm here for the meeting. That's great. Okay, so we go up from here. Oops. Cabinet chamber. Sir, what are you doing here? Get your punk ass back to the ship.
I'm listening. Yep, here you go. I'd prefer to stay with you, but I'm willing to wait a while.
Somebody likes me. Ah. Okay, let's make sure she's assigned to the ship. Okay, she is. Good. Very good. Now we're alone. Now our, what do they call it? Basically, this game's version of the Lone Ranger perk will kick in. Stellar Affairs. I'm assuming. Who are you?
Yes. Why can't they just sign off on the quarterly budget already?
I'm assuming go this way? Ahem.
The chief is never going to approve this deal. Wonder if I can propose some alternatives.
Why are you telling me where I'm going, lady? Princess me?
Excuse me.
Oh, excuse me.
Pardon?
Trying to find... Where the hell? This way? Oh, here we go. Hooray!
Welcome.
Rest.
You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well,
hell are you?
precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
I
Now,
bet I've got to
Captain,
go get
we've
permission
all
from
read
them, don't
Hadrian's
I?
report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what I'm facing.
All knowledge related to the technologies banned by the UC and the Freestar Collective after the Colony War resides in the archives, including the aforementioned Terramorph data you and Hadrian are after. I want to know what you, someone with less direct involvement in the Armistice, sees as the purpose behind granting said access.
So, I mean, real technically, this is the truth, right? So this is what we're
Duly
gonna say.
noted, Captain.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand
Well,
we
let's
hand
stop
over
making
banned
them- letting them
archival
happen.
knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
All right, baby girl,
Let's
keep talking.
keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Essene has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data. I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
How the hell would I know? I mean...
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
I mean, she did say we should say this to get through, but I mean, after it, just say it.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one. Very well, you have my agreement.
How does nobody think of that one simple little thing?
Today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
What you guys trying to do, huh? You trying to do something?
Incident?
Huh?
Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
Something?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs.
See?
More attacks. Just as predicted.
Y'all just wouldn't listen, would you?
God. There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes. There's just a huge explosion.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support.
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two.
Oh no.
You can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there.
Oh, come on.
I'll let them know you're coming, and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, man. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down
there. Fine. Let's see here. Need that. Yeah. Let's go. Can I go this way? Oh. Excuse me. I'm in a hurry here. About talking about being inconspicuous. It's like there's just a huge explosion that we heard from inside this building, all the way over here, all the way from the
EM rifle, grab it! Now!
Stop! We're trying to help That's you! It! Now hit him with everything!
Interesting.
Stop!
Oof. Ow! God damn! Okay, I'm a little confused what this does, but guess it just knocks people out. Interesting. Apparently you can knock people out with EM weapons. That's good to know. Nope. Don't we need to be on that train? What the hell? Oh. What the hell? I'm a little confused here. Oh. Oh! These don't do a lot of... Don't really do a lot. Already done? Right down. We gotta do something to that lady? There we go. They're already incapacitated. That's not my fault. Okay. What? What the hell? Incapacitate your ass too? What the hell? You have to go all the way through the well? Don't tell me you gotta go all the way through the well. What did it say, huh? What the hell do you want me to do? Try and talk to the guards? I'll start killing these fools if you don't freaking let me go.
Thank God that I'll be all right. Nothing a bucket of med packs won't fix.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
Okay.
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. I honestly was just wondering the same thing. But no, you don't need to worry about me. I've had a Terramorph try it on me before. I'm not susceptible. So we'll just have to make sure to watch out for each other down there. I'm not suggesting. It's documented behavior.
That's crazy.
The result of the projection, though, can vary wildly. Some folks just shrug it off. Others hallucinate. And some lose control altogether. They'll lash out at anyone around them, but still be aware while they're doing it. Those cases, you'll either need to knock them out with EM fire, or free them by killing the Terramorph. Let's do it.
Okay.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
If you stop talking, lady, I can go and do this. Alright, so we need to put this in... saved slot because we're gonna have to be going back to this to knock people out while we do, you know, killing damage on the Terramorph. Hey, alright. Alright, but we're gonna have to knock a bunch of fools out. Let's do this.
No time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM.
Am I gonna be alright?
No, but I want this.
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Don't just stand there.
Let's see. We want Exterminator.
Captain, you're going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's
Stop
not
it.
real. We have to put down that force.
Weapon.
No.
We just want to be friends.
Yeah. Be friends? But you come suck on something, fool.
You're not getting away
That was the last of them.
Ha. Interesting. Okay. So who's in charge here?
Sergeant Yumi is in charge. Talk to him if you need orders.
Rumors don't do these ugly bugs justice.
Okay, where's Sergeant Yumi at? Where did this... What's her name go? Hello? Are you Sergeant Yumi?
Wait, officer?
Yeah, you are.
Are you and this woman experts? Take whatever we can get right now. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
Okay.
I can only spare the one fire team. Everyone else, I need holding this perimeter.
Well. Hey there, fellas.
Heard you might be looking for some backup. You say
Yep.
the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know
I
how
like
to
what
handle
he's wearing.
pressure.
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight. Might make you more liability than asset.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Oh, dang. I'm not gonna lie, buddy. I'm kind of hoping you die so I can take your outfit. Oh, boy.
We're not afraid. But we'll stay here and hold the line if that's what you want. You're the experts. Roger that. We're on you.
Let's go. I want to get... Got me. Trying to damage my ship. When I want to kill it anyways, but not seeing one here. There's Vasco chilling. Vasco, you should get your butt over here. Well, I see fire. That's probably a good find. Oh, wait a minute. No. What the hell? Come on. Hello? I saw a Terramorph somewhere. Oh, shit! Ah! Ow, punk. Yeah, I know there's one right there. I'm shooting at it, and it's trying to get me.
Right behind you.
Uh-uh. Oh, yeah, boy! Oh, snap. Boom, baby. Oh, come get some. Come get some.
Stand still. I'm
No.
gonna wear your skin.
You stand still. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Get some. Okay. Another one somewhere. Glad that ain't my ship. Ooh, I'd be pissed. Where is it? Hello, little Terramorph, where are you? If I can, I would like to get it over by this explosive thing right here. Oh, there he is. Bingo! Sneak attack, biatch! We got some. Come on. Fuck me! Ow! Holy Jesus! Well, like, he beat me to the punch. Get out of the way. Oh.
They're going to eat you alive.
Ooh, missed me. Missed me. Oh, using a feeling of getting some kind of. Missed me. Missed me. I put it to sleep. No way.
Hey, over here. You have to help me.
All wrapped up.
I don't know that one to do. Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that.
We should go tell the sergeant what happened.
I guess I don't have to kill any of the fire team after all. That's good. That was, interesting. At least our ship is in one piece. Everything else is demolished. Our ship is all good, though. Hey there, fellas. Like always, I did it. say what's up to your boy.
I guess our people weren't so lucky.
The Cabinet's already got a plan in place to make sure attacks like this never happen again.
Can't happen soon enough. Thank you. The city owes you both a debt after this.
We were just in the right place at the right time.
No,
Captain,
no,
we should
no,
report
no.
back to the President. Let her know the
Dead.
Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Lady, speak for yourself. I want money. Shit. Okay, so there's one guy here. Where's Buddy at? Does Buddy not make it? So I'm telling you, if you have some good armor and stuff, I want it. Oh, I see somebody dead. Ah, that's a shame. Micro what? Oh, dude, that is sick. Wow. So this little coachman of ours does some damage. I like it. You get in here? Okay, let's go tell him how good of a fighter we are. That's good. That's good. Alright, everything's stocked. Stocked. Cocked. And ready to rock. I wonder how quickly they clean this up if I come out tomorrow, if they still have all this stuff out here. All those blown up ships out there on
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes.
I'm sorry, these people need me.
Now tell them who made it safe. Tell them who secured it. Come on. So that's cool. You can knock out the Terramorph as well with the EM weapon. It's good to know.
My partner's all right. He's getting stitched up instead of zipped up, thanks to you.
Alright, people, holler at your boy.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
What the hell did they do?
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss.
The next time Terramorphs rear their ugly heads, the UC is going to be ready.
Sure you are.
You've got the Cabinet's full backing to prevent more attacks. Understand?
We're counting on you. When
yes,
UC
sir.
security loses an officer, I make it my responsibility to call their family. I've got
Hey,
a lot
better
of
go
calls
start
to
going,
make now.
making some phone calls.
Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. as well as an apology.
Yeah.
Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oof. I'm not that much of an a-hole, but I kind of want to.
I had some ideas on that front, Captain, but we'll get to that. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
How about you make me Admiral?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
No, that's not my name. I'm not Hadrian.
The Cabinet wants progress, and wants it quickly. You're already far more familiar with the situation than any diplomat would be. There's also no diplomat alive that can claim they helped keep a cadre of Terramorphs off the embassy doorsteps. The Cabinet was unanimous. They want you.
Bro, seriously, it wasn't that hard. Anybody can do it.
The very next item on my list. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. Get you access to those credits and real estate you're after. So, will you help us? It has its perks. Only citizens can purchase property in the city. We also pay reduced prices on most goods and services across the UC. There's also a credit disbursement when you first join. Help get you on your feet. But above all, you'd become a dedicated part of the greatest faction in the galaxy. If you're willing to help us, we can open that door.
I can do, lady. I got plenty of lockpicks, so I'm good to go. Oh.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Heroes will meant you down at that spaceport.
9,600 credits.
Those creatures killed UC citizens.
I'm gonna go
They're
check
not
in with
killing
Chief
anymore.
Engineer Kulkarni.
We didn't
Start
get
getting
where
a
we
plan
are by
together
sitting
for
on our
that data.
laurels. Our laurels, in
Why
fact,
is everybody
became
talking about
habitable a
Holy
long time ago. Helps to remember that. You're going to need a place to do all this work, but I think I know just the spot.
Oh?
All you need to concern yourself with right now is collecting that data.
Okay, fine.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Okay, fine. Across the hall. Over here. Who we're looking for? Hey, Adrian, where'd you go? Who the hell am I looking for?
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
I think that's you I'm looking for, huh? And yes, I'm a Vanguard Captain Lady.
That must make you my Vanguard Captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yes, I'm not retarded, lady.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Faroon.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Faroon to hand over their codes. Get them both, and you'll have your data.
I don't even know where House
That's
Faroon
a lot
is.
easier said than done.
I have no idea how it's gonna work. I can't wait for them.
Each is a strip of several million random numbers generated on the fly based on biometric keys kept by each of the ambassadors on their person at all times. They're impossible to create without those keys, and those keys stay with the ambassadors, meaning we're accessing nothing if we can't get them on our side.
I could kill him. I mean, just saying. it's an option.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Faroon? The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable. Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Now it's sounding like fun. What do you have in mind?
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Oh yeah, bow, chicka, bow, bow. Do some pumping.
Name's Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Well, there won't be any pumping now, just so you know.
Yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
Can I knock him out with an EM weapon?
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Nice. Another almost 10 grand.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Well, these days, they're primarily considered a security threat. House Varun Zealots, a fundamentalist outshoot of the group that stayed behind when the rest retreated into seclusion, want nothing more than to send everyone not dedicated to their cause to the great serpent in the sky. But that hasn't always been the case. After they ended the Serpent's Crusade about 70 years back, House Varun did take a real run at trying to normalize relations with the rest of the galaxy. It's why they have an embassy here in the first place, why they were included in the armistice negotiations. But then, without warning, they left, leaving behind, to our knowledge, just the ambassador and his duty under the armistice.
Okay.
They certainly come with a checkered past, but there's an additional wrinkle. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. Then you search the embassy for his biometric key, collect your code piece, and we'll go about notifying his next of kin, if we can ever find them. But let's hope it doesn't come to that.
I've got a funny feeling like there's gonna be a bunch of robots or something, or at least like turrets and stuff inside that embassy that I'm gonna have to deal with.
The embassy is still legally House Varun's sovereign territory, so we're not technically permitted inside. We've snuck in the occasional spy, of course, but the ambassador has proven more evasive than you'd expect for a man of his age. But we're quite sure he hasn't left the city. The man stands out.
And they wonder why nobody likes them. Sending spies into their embassy. They bug the freaking other ambassador's room. I mean, come on now.
The Varun delegation brought more than a few of their native flora with them when they set up in the embassy. It seems those plants have been allowed to flourish, making it hard for us to verify what's flora and what's ambassador.
I'm kind of thinking that they're probably one and the same now.
It would at least be a speedier negotiation. But I, of course, hope the ambassador is alive and well.
Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Boom. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain. Welcome back. Official line is that you're to negotiate with her. Use your charm and personal narrative to sway her to our cause. My suggestion is to access the listening device in her quarters to get leverage on her and don't get caught doing it. She's also got a staff member that might be more sympathetic to helping us. Do with that information what you will. Well, we're not 100% sure he's alive. But if he is, we're hoping that he'll be receptive to our plan. You'll want to be careful inside the embassy, though. It sounds like the attack might have kicked off the automated security.
Okay.
Good luck then, Captain.
Well, it's been fun. Look at that. Tink. Okay. Hey there, buddy.
Captain, Admiral Logan informed me of your part in halting the attacks. Whole damn city owes you. Now, what do you need?
Oh, I don't know. Promotion? Looking to be called Admiral Johnny. Yeah. What the hell is wrong with my eyes? Alright. Well, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. So, yeah, if you want to watch next episode, well, I would appreciate it if you guys help me out as well by hitting that subscribe button down below and joining me for my next video. If you enjoyed watching this, hit the like button, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.